Hello everyone, welcome to my music analysis. This video is going to be focusing on breaking down some common musical techniques very commonly seen throughout horror media such as movies, TV shows, video games, and more. I'm going to be discussing concepts such as dissonance, chromatic progressions, as well as ways the music can serve the scene in unexpected ways. I'm going to try my best to make it simple and to digest, and apologize in advance for any overly complicated music theory related talk. So to begin with, I'm gonna talk about one of the most iconic sounds, which is the Jaws theme, and I'm gonna play, a few seconds of it for you here. Let me skip to 10 seconds. So the first thing that I want to address on this piece is how John Williams, the composer, makes it very unexpected when these little dun are gonna appear, almost to sort of subvert your expectations and confuse you, make it unknown. So here I sort of replicated it and made the pattern kind of random at times, and I'll play it here for you. So that's very important if you're, making it, because it sort of symbolizes the unknown. You don't know when it's going to pop up. It doesn't let you catch your breath. And the second important thing is the relationship between these two notes. So that these two notes are sort of a chromatic build. So if you were to take a piano part, and hit any note, and then you just go the note right above it, that's kind of the tactic they're doing there. And the reason why that sounds frightening is because if you play them together, they sound very ugly and unpleasant. Here's when they're played together. Sounds pretty awful. Alright, now this concept of chromatic runs is very, very commonly seen throughout a lot of, scary sounding music. And I want to pull up this piece from Silent Hill 2 called Promise. I'm gonna just play a few seconds of it for you. Let me skip to 13 seconds here. So now this sort of style of chromatic going up and down very slightly on the piano is much more subtle in this piece because it's a lot slower. So if you could pick up on it throughout the entire root of the song, you can hear this. And I recreated the piece here for you to sort of picture it better, and I added a low string just to add emphasis on this here. So yeah, it's just another way that these things can be used. And then on the dissonance part that I discussed earlier with this, of these notes sounding very ugly together, I want to reference the Psycho, the violin screech from, I think, 1960s Psycho. And I'm going to play it here. Now it probably sounds really familiar because it's kind of become cheesy, but if you look at these two notes, that sounds really similar to they're just played together, which sounds very ugly. Now continuing with the concept of these chromatic note like going up and down. I want to sort of reference a different sounding piece that makes similar use of it, and I want to sort of break it down here. So a much more innocent place you can hear this sound or this technique being used is the Pink Panther theme. So I'm going to play that. So here is what it's playing. It's just chromatic, going up, very small steps on the piano. And while that song doesn't really sound scary at all, it sort of drives down the feeling that, you know, not everything is all right with this piece. It sounds rather mischievous. Just like, you know, the personality of the Pink Panther, and it sort of has a blues kind of noir style to it, and sorry about that. One more thing that I just want to talk about that I think is really interesting is I want to break down the scene from the Joker. So the context, if you haven't seen the movie, is he just killed 3 innocent stockbroker people at the train station, and he just escaped and is in the bathroom, and here's this moment of clarity and peace that he feels, and with this music, I'm gonna play it. Very talked about scene. Now, I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but the thing that I want to take away from this is like that violin piece that you hear. If you were to take it away from the scene, it sounds rather peaceful in a really weird way. You could play it for someone walking through a peaceful woods, or like someone like making tea at their house. I don't know, and it sounds rather peaceful. And I guess this is intentional to sort of symbolize what's going on in his head right now, how at peace he is with the fact that he just killed people and got away with it. And it's like this very calming feeling, but eerie at the same time, like it shouldn't belong there. But that's what he's feeling in his head. And I don't know, just something that I think is really interesting and intentional for the movie. Now that's all I have to show you guys today. Linked below, I will have a Spotify playlist with a few scary songs that I thought were very interesting. That's, you know, if you're interested in the stuff, it's definitely worth listening to. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.